Hey, you guys, it's Carrie RoseAnn, and I'm making my first video for you in quite some time because, quite honestly, I've been feeling a little burnt out. I've been feeling depleted and exhausted, and I've been really listening to that and exploring that. So in the past, despite all my knowing around the way the universe works, around the importance of peace and ease and flow and trust and faith. You guys, I'm a type A human being. I am an achiever. I am a doer. And I find myself oftentimes overcommitted to many things that I love, but overcommitted nonetheless. And another pattern that has come up for me a lot that I'm just really recently noticing is that I tend to move quickly when I'm excited about something. And I get excited about creating things and creating new things. But I also get super excited about promoting amazing things. You probably have noticed, right? If you're on my list, like I'm often telling you about the really cool stuff that other people in the world are up to. But sometimes that leads to me overcommitting to helping somebody else, right? I'm so passionate about what they're doing. I'm so excited about what they're doing and what they're up to in the world. And it is in my nature to want to help everybody succeed, to want to help them to get their message out, that I sometimes will way overcommit in terms of my time, my effort, my energy. Those are my dogs barking when it comes to that. So anyways, what I just wanted to share with you is where I've been, and I want to know if you guys can relate. Like if there's others of you who are feeling like this, because for about a month now, I have been feeling tired, physically tired. Actually, even before that, I was feeling soreness and I was getting little injuries. As some of you know, I'm a runner, and like I was feeling sore every single day, even when I wasn't doing anything hard. Like I would feel like I had just like lifted weights the day before when I hadn't. And I was feeling like some nagging injuries coming up, even though I wasn't doing the things that generally cause those injuries, right? I was still doing my alignment practices. I was not by any stretch of the imagination overly exerting myself physically. And yet I was getting physical symptoms. Sorry about my dog. The mailman must be here or something. So anyways, normally I would get mad at myself for that. Like I would get frustrated with myself for that. I would say like, I don't really have time for this. And there's no rational reason for it. So I would just sort of get pissed about it. And despite the fact that I wrote Run Yourself Happy, and those of you who have read it know, like it's all about listening, and it's all true, you guys, but as many of you know, we teach what we most need to learn. So this is just another layer of my learning of this valuable lesson. And that is to listen to my body. And this month, I think I've done a pretty good job of that, but it's been scary. Like you may have noticed, you're not getting as many emails from me. Maybe you haven't noticed, but like I have not been very active on social media. I have not been really doing anything to grow my business this month, to bring in more clients, which, you know, as you business owners know, like that can be scary. That can be scary to do nothing. And yet I'm honoring the call of my soul. And whenever I get quiet, whenever I listen, when I'm doing my journaling, I play Jean Berry's game, which is amazing. And every day, like my number one priority is rest. Even my number one business action is rest. And it seems so counterintuitive to me that it's scary. But so I want to tell you is, as I've been giving myself more permission to rest, permission to do less, permission to not live my life like in sort of this frantic, I'm not in a frantic, sometimes I am, but I guess what I'm getting at is like, I just feel like I want to squeeze the most out of every second that I have in my day, whether that's my time with my kids, whether that's my business. And I've been really relaxing around all of that. I can tell you that I've watched more TV this month than like in the previous 12 months. I've like watched like 3 Netflix series, which is just crazy. Two Netflix, 3. One is Gilmore Girls. I watched the old one and the new one. Anyways, I've watched more TV than ever, which is like really not a value of mine, but I've given myself permission to rest. I've given myself permission to be lazy. I've given myself permission to not do a whole lot. And something really interesting that has happened, two really interesting things have happened. One is that the money has taken care of itself. Like I think that I may have made more money this month than any month, as much at least this month than any month previous, right? But I've just pretty much feel like I've spent the month, you know, in my sweats watching TV and not doing a whole lot. Number two is I have been guided toward more and more creativity. And that's actually what I wanted to talk to you about today is my friend RoseAnn Janzen has this club that she's created called the Creativity Hacking Club. And I'll be honest, she told me about it like a couple weeks ago, and I love her work, and I'm like, I want to promote anything you do, RoseAnn. I will promote it to my people. But the idea of promoting it felt exhausting. Like the idea of even writing an email felt exhausting. And so I just waited. I just like waited until I felt inspired to tell you guys about it. And I realized the only way that I was going to be inspired to tell you about it is like this, in my sweats with no makeup on, like admitting that I feel like I've been a bit of a lazy bum this month, but it's because I'm honoring myself. And it's because the call of my soul is leading me more than ever towards self-care, toward peace, toward ease, toward receiving, toward letting go, and toward my creativity. So I bought The Artist's Way. I don't know how long ago I purchased the book. And this month I just was like, it like jumped off the shelf at me like, oh my gosh, I have to read this. I have to take myself through this. And I guess that's the whole point of this video. So there's 2 points. Is one, if my journey is resonating with you and you feel that call toward nurturing yourself, toward taking better care of yourself, toward honoring, toward not being so goddamn freaking busy all the time, and just like honoring your intuition, honoring that call of the soul, that still small voice that you just ignore most of the time, then I encourage you to check out RoseAnn's Creativity Hacking Club. It's free the first month, so like there's really nothing to lose. And this is the link. It's carrieroldan.com/creativity club, where you can go check it out. And then the other thing is, if you are feeling like this, if you are feeling exhausted and burnt out and afraid of what will happen if you give yourself permission to rest, if you give yourself permission to be, if you're like, I was terrified, like, oh my gosh, how can I just not do anything in my business? But let's just remember that like your business is here to grow you, and you are here to grow your business. And there you have this symbiotic relationship with your business. And so if there's some resistance between you and your business, there's some healing that needs to take place. And when you give yourself permission to heal, there will be healing in that part of your business that needs to be healed as well. There will be, I know, like I didn't know that I had anything to heal from, right? But I just was listening to my intuition, which was saying, slow the F down. Would you just stop for a minute? Really, I feel like my higher self is saying this, Carrie, we hear, like, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to give you what you're asking for, but you need to just lay down so that just let me do this. Like, that's what I feel was happening. And I also just like have this strong sense that the next thing, like the answer that I seek, or it's not even an answer for me, it's the flow of money, or the flow of abundance, or the flow of like, because what I want in my business is so much more than money, right? I want to encourage, to uplift, to inspire, to help people grow. And I want to live in the flow. I want peace and ease and joy in my business. And I think I've been living a long time realizing that I can't have peace and ease and joy in my business and make a lot of money and inspire a lot of people. And like, I think I just had this idea that being lazy wouldn't lead to the results that I was looking for. And so I want to just encourage you guys to even use me as an example or an inspiration, is that in this lazy month, in this month of honoring myself, in this month of not doing everything that I need need to do in my business that I should be doing in my business, the money has taken care of itself. I have found tremendous peace. And what I've also found is really understanding that like I can trust this universe. Like this universe does have my back. My intentions are manifesting, and my job is to follow the intuitive nudges, to follow the guidance that is coming my way. And where I'm guided right now is to continue to nurture myself, to nurture my inner artist, and to nurture my creativity. I know that's something that I feel has been missing in my business. Not that I'm not creative, I'm super creative, but honoring my creative side, like giving myself permission to play creatively, giving myself permission to do something in my day that isn't quote unquote productive, that there's so much productivity value in that, in play, in exploration, in curiosity, in I wonder what would happen if I did this. And so I know I need support in that. I know that my pattern is generally to give myself about a month of grace, or like a certain time period of grace, but then be like, if I don't have my shit together by then I'm just going to go back to my old ways and push. And so I know I need support in that. And that's why I'm excited about RoseAnn's community. So if that sounds like, I think I've been rambling, but I love you guys for just watching and honoring and listening. And if I'm speaking to your heart, if you're feeling the same thing, then I hope that you will join me in the Creativity Hacking Club, because what it is support. It's free the first month, and after that, it's only like $29 a month. And for me, oh my God, is that so worth it to have other people who understand the value of tapping into our creativity, of nurturing that side of ourselves, knowing that it always pays dividends, like it always pays off in the left brain side, in the business side. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say about that. So thanks for watching, guys. I just think you're amazing. Go to carrieroldan.com/creativity club to see more about what I'm talking about with RoseAnn Janzen. I am really, really excited for it. And I'm excited to hear what's going on with you guys and in your businesses. And I'm really excited to see what comes next for me and my business, what the next evolution is. I know that this exhaustion, this depletion, honestly, it feels a lot like being pregnant. Like I'm that tired. And I know that just means something amazing is gestating, like something important is happening with me. And I'm excited to find out what that is. And of course, share it with you guys. So in the meantime, I'm sending you love, even if I'm not communicating with you as much as usual. I hope that you are sending me love, because I'm getting a big yawn right now, which I'm assuming means yes, you guys are all sending me love. Because I could use it. I could use some love and some nurturing and just some grace right now. So thank you, those of you who are extending that to me. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.